Homework is firmly embedded in the world teaching experience. Even the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry could not do without homework. But one thing is to practice the technique of a magic wand movement and quite another to solve a mathematical equation. However, the young wizards could not always stand homework as well as our students in ordinary schools. So what is the factual relationship between homework and academic achievement? According to Cooper, a leading homework researcher, homework is typically defined as any task assigned to students by school teachers that are meant to be carried out during non-school hours. Homework has been a highly topical issue in education, and attitudes toward it tend to shift every few years. Homework is commonly assigned to pupils in primary, middle, and high school based on the belief that doing homework improves their academic achievement. While homework is not compulsory, the current policy of the Education Department has guidelines about the time that students in Australia should spend on homework tasks. The diagram on the right sets out clearly the maximum amount of homework the students in years 3 to 7 should undertake. This policy clearly reflects the results of the existing research on topic, which confirmed almost complete lack of a positive effect on achievements of junior primary students and only a small effect on students in grades 3 and 4. However, students in years 6 and 7 achieve better results doing homework. Despite the outcome of studies, definitive conclusions regarding the value of homework remain the subject of heated debate. In his meta-study at Duke University, Cooper noted that a few studies can always be found to buttress whatever position is desired, while the counter-evidence is ignored. A synthesis of more than a dozen studies of the effects of homework in various subjects show that the assignment and completion of homework yield positive effects on academic achievement. This chart represents the 8 major research syntheses on the effects of homework published from 1983 to 2006 that provides us with the basis of the existing research outcomes. With only rare exceptions, the relationship between the amount of homework students do and their achievement outcomes was found to be positive and statistically significant. The effects are almost doubled when teachers grade their assigned homework and increase in 3 times when teachers comment on problems and suggest improvements that can be made. This promising conclusion indeed sums up the results of numerous studies on the relationship between homework time and achievement. Nevertheless, it might not look in depth of the relationship between homework and achievement. Moreover, it sets a very high complexity of the research on homework. However, despite of numerous outcomes which advocate the positive relationships between homework and academic achievements, supporters of homework meet intensive critique from those who argue against it. The End of Homework by Kralvich and Buell asserted that homework contributes to the competitive American society and considers study and work above family values. They also report an increasing gap between economically disadvantaged students whose home environments often make it impossible to complete homework. Bennett and Kalish, in the case against homework, argued that both the quantity and quality of homework leave much to be desired, and claimed that too much homework harms the health of children and family relationships. In Homework Myth by Cohn, he closely analyzed research of Cooper and came to the conclusion that research does not support effectiveness of homework, and the grades as well as test scores are confused with learning. Homework is a classical example of a multi-level issue in a battlefield for teachers, students, and parents. However, all stakeholders have been convinced that homework is an effective educational tool. Until now, research has examined the impact that the time spent on homework has on achievement. Nevertheless, it seems reasonable to question that relationship. There are at least 3 potential levels at which homework can be related to achievement. The first one is a class level, where quantity or quality of homework in the subject can be considered as sub-levels of research. The second level is student level, where the relationships between homework and achievement can be noticed. At this level, homework behavior, effort, and home learning environment might potentially show different outcomes. The third level is where the role of confounding variables is taken into account. For instance, attending elite school, discrepancies between female and male genders' achievement, low socioeconomic backgrounds might represent significant influence on homework and therefore achievement. Given the fact that the majority of studies are single-level studies, questions regarding the directionality of homework effects cannot be readily answered on the basis of such designs. Taking into account all the above arguments, I conclude that it does not make much sense to rely on the results of research only. Education practitioners need to examine this issue at a very micro level. Considering the multiple layers of this highly topical education issue, it is necessary to address the characteristic of each particular learning environment and social background of the society in which it is located. Personally, I believe it is not possible to study thoroughly the necessary learning material only within school hours. Overcrowded classes where more than 30 children are enrolled in each class, insufficient number of teaching hours allocated for every subject, do not allow to give up entirely on homework. A German education expert, Jutta Almendinger, argued, homework old-style cements social inequality. Although the idea of inequality in school brought up by the German expert is right, I strongly believe that if we fail to strengthen the weak students, we must not try in reverse to slow the better ones. Thank you for your attention.